Greetings. This is a screen recording for the parents, guardians, caregivers for the class of 2022 regarding registration for the 24-25 school year. My name is Barb Nelson. I'm the current ninth grade counselor, and I can answer any questions at this time for students going into 10th grade. With the way we do counselors here, Sarah Lindsay, who currently is the senior counselor, will loop down and pick up these students when they start as 10th graders. But at this time, we do not have the senior counselor do anything with registration because they're busy with seniors and doing stuff in preparation for graduation. So if there are any questions, you can certainly direct them towards me. Here is my number and email. And if you are, if you were here in the middle school last year, this is about the time we register each year. If you're a new student to the senior high, the high school this year, this is about the time we register each year, mid-February. This past week, we had some elective tours to their ninth grade classes in social studies. So ask them what they heard about all the different elective classes and options. And then next week and then the following week, I'll be going in to do a presentation to them in English class, and then the following week to actually register. So they should have their hands on a green registration planner sheet that was handed out in their civics class, but they'll actually need it in their English class. It's a little strange. We go in through two different classes to help them out with this process. The high school website has been updated with all the information. We're waiting for the translated copy in Spanish and Somali of the course guide yet to be added, but there are all these different tabs under the registration resources there that you can access. Some of them have print in them, some of them have links to other things. Lots of information there that you can get on the website at this point. Just a review, it takes 46 semester credits to graduate. Hopefully you heard this presentation at some point, whether you were new this year coming in or maybe last year with your eighth grader. So again, it really hasn't changed much, and you'll see that there's a box there for the class of 2028, which is this year's eighth graders. There is a personal finance requirement. It does not impact the current ninth graders at all. They certainly are welcome to take that class, and in fact, it's something that's offered for them as 10th graders, even going into 11th and 12th grade. And we have a new full year personal financial management course that's a college level where they have the potential to get some college credit. But again, still 8 English, social studies, 6 in math and science, the health, FIED, fine arts, ICL that they had first or second semester here, and then their 12 elective credits. So if there are specific questions on graduation requirements, certainly feel free to reach out to me, but your student will be hearing this information as well next week in class. We have updated the content area pathways, and I know for many of you, specifically in math, if you do have a student in geometry, there's a little bit of a change coming in that first row across the top. They now are adding, because of the standards that are changing, intermediate algebra as the course in between geometry and algebra 2. So take note of that. If your student is very strong in math, they may want to consider accelerating to the algebra 2, and there's some work they would have to do this semester to be able to test out of the semester 1 and 2 tests for the intermediate algebra class. So you should have gotten an email on that, and certainly talk to your student or their current math teacher if they are in geometry and you would want to consider that option. But otherwise, you can find these pathways in the course catalog. There are also pathways in the business and arts area as well. And then this pathways of study is just meant to be something that kind of helps students look at career areas in conjunction with what they're taking here in high school and what they may want to take as they go on in their next 3 grade levels. It also denotes whether something's articulated. They have the option to earn some college credit if they take a class here, get at or above a grade level, and then set foot on the college that it's articulated with and take a class there that they pay for. They can take that credit with them. Or concurrent classes are ones where they are actually starting for example, Normandale transcript at the same time they are taking the course here at St. Louis Park High School. Oh, sorry, it's the end of the day. There's the bell. This is a registration planner tool. That's a paper form that you can download on the website. We also are hoping to get Naviance students set up. There is a college, or excuse me, planning tool, registration planning tool in there as well, a career planner or course planner tool that they can enter their courses in, and they can actually see what they've passed and what they have in progress. But we were having some difficulty getting that connection up to date because it has to do with kind of pathways in the classes that we offer, and need to get updated in our systems because it reads directly from PowerSchool. So hopefully we'll do some work on that to have it available for students as well. And then the registration planner sheet. If you were here with us last year, it was a one-sided sheet, and now it is a two-sided sheet because there's more things that they can take going into 10th grade. And in fact, in some of the elective offerings in the elective fair, we did mention some of the different programs that are in 11th and 12th grade for them, where they can do apprenticeships and internships. So I encourage you not only to look at this sheet, but go into the catalog and look at some of the different options and on the website, because there are so many great things for kids to do. They just need to kind of take advantage of those and learn more about them. So the front side is all the core courses, marking those for a full year, S1, S2, and then the health and Phys Ed only if they haven't taken it in 9th grade, they need to make sure to add that. And on the back side are all the different electives, and they need a total of 12 to 14 boxes checked. Remember that they can have a study hall each semester if that's something they choose, or they can choose to take 7 full classes. There is a place on the bottom for them to jot some alternate course selections. And remember, this sheet is really just helping them kind of plan for inputting their course requests directly into PowerSchool, which I will be doing with them in their English class. But any of these descriptions can be found there, and I tried to note if things are articulated or concurrent. And so making sure to look through all the choices and options is great. And students can certainly talk to current teachers, even in the department areas, if there's something they're wondering about, what is theater arts or small group communication. Talking to their English teacher, they could explain that a little bit more. This is what it looks like for them on PowerSchool, and you will be able to see once this is open, it'll show class registration. They click on that button, and then they open each section that corresponds with the section on their planner sheet with the little pencil, and they input their courses. And once they do that and submit it, it is saved, and that's what we go by. If there's corrections that need to be made, it'll be open in PowerSchool till that last week in February, and then we will close it. And any changes after that point, students would just need to email me to make those changes directly in PowerSchool. And then the graduation check sheet. There are actually 2 different versions of this on the high school website. And especially since students they've completed 1 semester of classes already, it's kind of a good visual for them to check the box of what they have taken and have completed. So that's something to use if you wish on the website. And then career and college readiness. There is just a wealth of information on the website. This is just a screenshot of it, and there's more that you can click on there. So we do in the spring get a lot of jobs that are posted on that job board. There's also a number of summer opportunities that college and universities host. And even if it's something that sometimes they're a little spendy, but they do provide financial aid for a lot of the programs and are really looking to partner with schools and families. We actually had Gustavus and there was one other school that reached out. So those are programs that if you look on college websites, you might see some of the summer offerings they have. And then part of enrichment in our school is IB. Fatuma Adid is the IB program coordinator. There is a meeting, actually, it's Thursday today, so this meeting is tonight, and it was in the mailing, or not the mailing, but the email and the newsletter that went home. So if you want more information about the IB program, you can certainly do that, and I will ask Fatuma to do a screen recording as well of her slides so we can post those for you. Enrichment here means all things kind of that are other opportunities. So the articulated and concurrent classes we mentioned, IB, AP, PSEO, post-secondary enrollment options I'll be talking about in just a second. So lots of different options, and there's a place in the course catalog where all the different options are listed with an explanation, and you can certainly take a look at that. With PSEO, post-secondary enrollment options, this is actually a screenshot from the Minnesota Department of Ed. They oversee this program and have a listing of all the colleges and universities that participate. Students going into 10th grade can be part of the PSEO program, but there are limits. They allow them as first semester sophomores to do what's called a CTE, Career in Tech Ed class. So it's a non-college credit earning class. And if they do well in that, they can take a college credit the second semester of their sophomore year. I typically from year to year have very few students, like one, if that, maybe two at the most, that do it as a sophomore, partly because of transportation and partly just because it's not a college earning credit, that first one they have to take. But when students go as juniors or seniors, they can go full time or part time. And the classes they take, they earn college credit as well as high school credit. And there's a conversion. So if someone's taking a 3 credit course at the college, it's worth 1.5 at the high school, or a 4 credit is worth 2 credits. So you can see that they could progress pretty quickly through some of their required courses. And it's a way for them to really build up and take some courses, in the time that they're in high school. I would say over the last couple of years, we've had definitely an increase in this kind of post COVID. They provided the ability to have online classes, which made it more appealing to students who didn't have to drive to the campus. And just the fact that things are getting very expensive. Obviously, college is expensive, and this way it's a way for students to kind of start on some of those classes before they are out of high school. So we are going to have Thursday the 22nd at 7 o'clock. I believe Miss Cosgrove is the one that's going to do this parent and guardian info session, and we'll probably have a screen recording posted of that as well. And then students can attend any one of these sessions. We just have them sign in and cover their attendance. Even if your student is kind of interested, but not for next year, I would really encourage them to go as a freshman to listen in, just because it helps them kind of understand and know what the system is and what they need to be thinking ahead to when they're a sophomore registering for their junior year, or even if they are choosing to maybe go as a senior. So things to think about and consider, and programs to consider, are always good to get more information on. If you do have any questions as you go through this process, please do not hesitate to reach out. Again, lots of information on the website. If students have questions, they should certainly talk to their current teachers. The core subject areas should have been presenting to them options this week about classes for next year, so they should know in those core areas what their options are to take. But I'm always happy to answer other questions. Thanks for listening in, and have a good day.